Okay, hello, ladies. To all who are out there on your trying to conceive journey, do not give up. I wanted to let you know and give you some information as me and my wife are on our second journey through sperm donation. So I know a lot about it. I have 4 children, all of them boys, which I planned. So I'm pretty good. And I went around doing research, and a lot of stuff I already knew, and a lot of stuff wasn't out there yet. So I figured I would take some time to kind of let you lovely women know what works best. So prior to a year of you conceiving or thinking about, hey, I think we want to have a baby, you might want to start changing your eating habits. Start exercising, taking in more green foods. Folic acid is a huge one. I am anemic and I have a vitamin D deficiency, so I take those. I also take prenatal vitamins. Terrible tasting, but very worth it. You also will need to track your temperature using a basal body temperature thermometer. It's not the same. You can find these at CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, in the cold and flu aisle or the baby aisle, usually where you can find anything for fertility. Excuse me. So you do that, and you want to take that for the first year, and then you want to at least consistently monitor your basal body temperature for 3 months. And I say that because it spikes up and down and all around and things like that. Again, some resources to find a donor. There are hundreds of websites on Facebook. I cannot stress that enough. Facebook. There's also Pollen Tree. There's coparents.com, and there's Pride Angel. All those are free. Also on the tender needs, fertility needs, it would be you can buy sperm donor or you can buy the test yolk buffer kits from Tender Needs Fertility. Now they do offer very good packages. You get 2 ice packs, 2 vials. There are bigger, larger packages, but with 1 shipment overnight, 2 vials is plenty for, as long as it will be alive. It's different than IUI and IVF and things like that. We're doing an intercervical insemination, and then after that, holding it in place with a Dixie cup or soft disc, whatever. So our plan is to basically get pre-seed. This is imperative. It makes it, your vagina is a very hostile environment for sperm. And that's why there's so many in one ejaculation, and it only takes 1 to conceive a pregnancy. Because the odds are actually very miraculous. We are all a miracle. So you want to get this, and if you ever had a yeast infection or anything like that before, you fill it up, you squeeze it on. It's just like Monistat. You squeeze it until you fill it up till, you have the option of going up to 4 grams of cream. I would go a little bit more above the recommended dose just because I know it's best for my body. Now, you might want to use a little less. In any other circumstance, I would be using less instead of more. I do have a specific cup for my ovulation test that I urinate in, as well as my pregnancy test. I keep them separated because of the hormones that you secrete from FMU, your first morning urine, excuse me. Also, I want to talk about some of the tests that I've decided to use. These are hospital grade. You can order them online, get them from your doctor's office, anything like that. Nothing extravagant, just an extremely sensitive panel there. And I got the Clear Blue Digital. I've always used First Response with all my pregnancies and a couple Clear Blues, but Clear Blue is digital, so it's fast and I wouldn't say more accurate than those. I would either use this kind of First Response, definitely First Response. I just went with the most expensive kind there. I have got a big box of 50 ovulation test strips and 20 pregnancy tests from Femometer Ovulation and Pregnancy Test Combo. Got them online in a bulk package, really cheap, very inexpensive. They're like this. And again, you just dip them in the urine for a certain amount of time and pull them out. They're also pregnancy tests. I did a few as a test run, and things like that. So they look like this. Things like that. And it's nothing special about it. You can tell the pregnancy from the ovulation because one is blue and the other is pink. And one says HCG and then the other one says LG, which is the surge that they're detecting in your urine. Now these, I love these. I absolutely love these because it lets you know how far into your cycle you actually are. There's a difference between, there's absolutely low, no chance, and then you're high where it's time to get busy and your peak. So all these play a very important role. And when you're testing and just using these strips and you have them taped, down, trying to get a better idea of what you see, it's a little harder than a digital test. They look like this. Comes in smart reader like this. And the test strips look like this. It's very, very simple. You put it inside here. Arrows both facing each other. Click until it puts in. It will blink when it's ready. And you can dip it into your urine or urinate on this for 15 seconds. Then you hold it up or flat. This is the only clear pregnancy test that I know of that you can hold it up without damaging it and reuse it. Ovulation test, excuse me. Again, these are awesome for me. I can't speak for anybody else. With me getting in my 30s, I'm in my early 30s, and I just wanted to test to make sure my fertility was still fine before we went on the trying to conceive journey or anything like that. I do struggle with endometriosis and cysts in my ovaries. Don't believe that you can't get pregnant. I have 4 children. I have been pregnant 7 times. So I want to encourage you, if there's any questions that you have, feel free to ask. Pretty open. We are going to use the syringes. If you are going to get vials from a sperm bank, make sure that you have the thinner syringes because they will not fit in the vial. Again, we're going to coat the syringe with some pre-seed to give it a better living environment inside of the tubing before insertion. So we're going to put some in me and then leave that there for 15 minutes. I will orgasm and then insert this with the semen inside. Also, we will put the second vial into a Dixie cup or soft disc, and I will coat that in pre-seed and insert that as well. And that's how we will try for our baby for that cycle. And if things, don't work, then we'll do it a little different. Maybe have more orgasms in between, things like that. But the best thing that you can do is have sex the day before you ovulate and 2 days later to give us the sperm a fighting chance, because the egg only has 12 to 24 hours to travel from the fallopian tubes down into the uterus, and that's a long journey for something smaller than a grain of sand. And you have to be patient with your body. Be relaxed, calm, just give yourself a break. I can't stress enough, find a donor, make sure that they have testing, background testing, someone that you're comfortable with, someone that you've researched and other women have used. There are some weirdos out here that will give you canine semen and just different things I've seen that I can't fathom. So, again, just be careful. I do recommend FedEx versus UPS. And it's a little more on the expensive side, but it's worth it. And again, donor specimen cups we do have, as well as an insulated bag, but we will not need this because of the TYB buffer kit that we are deciding to go with. And you can get that from fertilityneeds.com for around $100 for 2 vials, and around $60-$70 for one, plus shipping and handling. And you have to take in consideration the price and rates vary, and shipping on the weekends. So how long is your package going to take to get to the donor? How long is it going to take? It's going to take 24 hours to get back to you. And then it has to be close to the insemination date as well. And the sperm still be viable. So it's very important to kind of figure out your days, figure out what day you ovulate, and when it's go time, go ahead and have a trusted donor, have them sitting with your test joker, yolk buffer kit, have them waiting, and when you say, okay, it's time, they can go ahead and ship you your donation. And the faster, the better, and things like that. So, yes, I hope that this has given you some insight. My name is Abby. I'm not looking to get rich or become a big YouTube sensation. I'm just looking to help women who are struggling, who want answers, a safe environment for people to come and not be judged or feel judged and anything like that. So please, if you have negative comments, please keep them to yourself. Um, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am an open book. And yes, and we're trying to conceive, and what we did that was successful when we are successful for the second time. So again, just give us a look. Refers to friends if you find this at all helpful. And again,